Am I the asshole for keeping all the money from mine and my wife's baby shower? My wife, 24F, and I, 29M, are having our first baby boy. We are due in May, so we had our shower last weekend. Her family didn't really plan the whole thing other than decorating, so I ended up purchasing a venue as I wanted to make a big deal of this to make my wife feel special. I spent $2,500 on this venue, which I was prepared to do and okay with. My wife wanted something smaller initially, but I wanted to do the co-ed thing and invite my friends and family too. After paying for the place, my account was depleted and I won't be paid again for 2 weeks. So I took all the cash we were given in cards and deposited into my account. We ended up getting about $1,600, so I only ended up paying less than $1,000 for the shower. My wife is upset about this because she feels as if the money should be used for more baby things and not to pay myself back, as she put it. I told her I can't just have $0 in my account for 2 weeks, and she said I should have thought of that before booking such a big space for the shower instead of doing something smaller like she originally wanted. She's also upset because a majority of the money came from her family. I honestly just assumed any money we got was going into paying for the shower, and she assumed it would be for whatever else we didn't get on our registry. I can't help but feel like she is being ungrateful about the situation, but I also possibly should have planned ahead so I wouldn't be left with no money. I will probably use the money on baby stuff anyway, however I need gas and food money as well. Am I the asshole here? Edit. Since there are too many comments to respond to, let me add some info here. I don't see it as stealing from my baby since I don't by any means plan to spend all of this money on myself. I'm most likely going to be the one paying for everything the baby needs and also am going to be helping my wife with her medical bills. My wife has money saved since her maternity leave is unpaid, so it's not like I'm just leaving her high and dry. She has money and I don't expect her to use it on baby things. I thought I would get more money from taxes, so I did think I'd be able to afford it. Baby boy will get what he needs one way or another, but thank you for all your perspectives. It opened my eyes. Edit 2. We got a lot of stuff for our shower, not just money. We have most of the essentials and all the big expensive things. The fact we had so many people is why we got so much stuff. We had about 110 people and definitely got more than what I spent for the venue. It paid off. A lot of these comments are assuming we only got money, and that's not true at all. Also, the shower was beautiful and my wife had a good time, so it paid off in that way too. She's just mad now that I'm keeping the little money we got, but if we had a smaller shower we wouldn't have gotten all the items we did. Final edit. These responses gave me a lot to think about. I made a rash and impulsive decision because I wanted everyone to see that I could provide for my family, and all I did was prove to myself and my wife that I have a lot of learning to do. My decision to have a lavish shower was based on insecurity more than anything, and I was wrong for that. My wife did eventually agree to have the bigger shower because she wanted me to have a say since this is my baby too, but asked if I was sure I could cover the cost multiple times. I said yes. Repeatedly I reassured her that I could do this. I truly did assume that money given at baby showers was to pay for the shower, like how people pay for their plates at a wedding, or for whatever we as a couple needed. I didn't even think about the fact that the money is for the baby and didn't consider putting it in a savings for him, but I like that idea. I have never been to a baby shower, so I didn't know any better. Those of you who said I should suffer the next couple weeks are right. I will give the money to my wife and let her decide what should be done with it. Thank you for all your responses. So, just to be clear. 1. You did the opposite of what your wife wanted because you wanted to make her feel special. 2. People gave money for the baby which you're using to reimburse yourself for the venue you picked. Sorry buddy, you clearly can't be reached through normal means of communication. There is no way to reach you which is more persuasive than the bare facts. You are the asshole. You are the asshole. If you didn't want $0 in your account, you shouldn't have taken that much out in the first place. That money was most definitely meant for the baby, not for you to get paid back the money that you spent on your unnecessary expensive baby shower. Edit. Also, who rents a venue that expensive for a baby shower? Either hold it in a backyard or a cheaper venue like most people do. Edit 2. Sorry for the assumption. Every baby shower I've ever been to has been held in somebody's backyard. I didn't know. Again, my apologies. You are the asshole. Those were gifts for the baby, not reimbursement for throwing a shower. My wife is upset about this because she feels as if the money should be used for more baby things and not to pay myself back, as she put it. She's 100% right. She said I should have thought of that before booking such a big space for the shower instead of doing something smaller like she originally wanted. This, too. I spent $2,500 on this venue which I was prepared to do and okay with. You can't say that and then say this. I can't just have $0 in my account for 2 weeks. You can't be okay spending money and then not be okay having $0 in your account. Do you not see the contradiction there? Your wife is absolutely right. And it must be frightening to be 1 month due with a man who spent $2,500 on a party, knowing he technically could not feed his family for the next 2 weeks. You are the asshole. What on earth were you thinking? What if no one had given money? Then what? You are the asshole. This was a series of really bad decisions. Who the hell rents a venue for a fucking baby shower? It's scary that you're having a child when you are clearly terrible with money. Of course that money was for the baby. How can you be this dense? You are the asshole. You went against her wishes, didn't plan ahead, and now the whole point of a baby shower in this day and age, to gain much needed extra cash for the expenses of a new baby, is completely lost. Give her the money and be poor for 2 weeks. You are the asshole. Jesus Christ, dude, that's not how it works. That money is for baby stuff, not for you to pay for the damn venue. The hell is wrong with you? No one should even have to explain this. You are the asshole for being one of those people who unilaterally decided to spend a bunch of money on something despite your wife saying she didn't, and then want both parties to pay the consequences. Your wife didn't want a big shower, you knew this, and you still decided to rent a big venue for it, and depleting your bank account in the process. I honestly just assumed any money that we got was going to pay for the shower. You host a shower to get stuff for the baby, not to host a party. I think you wanted a big gathering not because you wanted to do something nice for your wife, but to show off. Am I the asshole for shaming my coworker by pointing out her bad women's anatomy comment? Today at lunch we were watching with a bunch of co-workers a chapter of Family Guy. Meg and Stewie were taking a bath, and they started to fart and Meg had a vaginal fart. Many started to laugh while others didn't know why. Then someone started to explain how women can fart by their vaginas. Then, Mary, a co-worker, started to explain that only women who have give birth or that are very sexually active, she used another word, can have vaginal farts. I started to laugh uncontrollable at her. She asks me why I'm laughing, and I said you're joking, right? She said that she was not, that in fact, respectable women would never have vaginal farts, then only a woman with a loose vagina would have them. I laugh again and I said that I could believe that men could have those ideas, but I couldn't believe she was that ignorant about her own body. I started to try to explain them that actually, vaginal farts are pretty natural, and any women, those who have given birth and those who don't, can have them. That vaginal farts doesn't mean anything. She said I was lying, so I made a quick search on Google, and show the others and Mary proves of what I was telling them. After saw them, Mary took her food and leave. 2 of my co-workers followed her. After our shift ended, the 3 were waiting me outside and told me that I was an asshole for shaming Mary. I told her that she was more of an asshole for spreading misinformation, and calling other women by the S word. They told me that didn't matter if I was right, I should have kept silence, and told Mary after in private, but I told her that by doing that, I would have let the other be misinformed by what Mary told. So, am I the asshole for shaming Mary by correcting her in front of the others? Not the asshole. People like Mary are the reason so many people are ashamed of their vagina's natural functions. Short answer is not the asshole. I want to focus in on your last sentence. Am I the asshole for shaming Mary by correcting her in front of the others? Where is the shaming in this? I think grown adults need to be able to have normal people dialogue where more than one person can exchange ideas. If we want to get technical, your coworker was essentially just lying to everyone about what could be relevant information about their bodies. Only thing rude you did was laugh and sound the smallest bit condescending, but it's not like she was receptive to new information anyway. Geez, what a bunch of weirdos. What a weird situation. Watching Family Guy at work? What business would allow that garbage on? NTA, as she was slut-shaming. I bet she pushes for scented period products. Not the asshole. And also, only women who have give birth. Respectable women would never have vaginal farts. So moms aren't respectable women then? You are not the asshole. What is Mary on? Not the asshole. Those are normal for one, loose vaginas aren't a thing regardless. They are muscles, so they don't stretch as Mary thought they would. It's kind of sad to see how little she knows about her own anatomy. Till only wholesome moms and slutty slutbags can queef. Thanks, Mary. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. Mary needs an anatomy lesson that doesn't come from misogynistic asshats or social conservatives who are against sex ed.